Good everyone, you're watching YouTube Fixes. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to fix video playback issues in your Windows machine. Now, there could be a various causes which might cause this issue. Now, one of the prime reason why you would face this problem is because of the outdated graphic drivers, Windows not updated with the latest update, or playing a video with an obsolete media player, or it could be with the video file corruption. Now, there are a couple of steps which you could try to get this issue resolved. Now, the first step, what I would suggest you to do is I would suggest you to run video playback troubleshooter in your Windows machine. To run the video playback troubleshooter, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Once you're on the settings page, you may go ahead and click on system. Now on the right hand side, you may go ahead and scroll and look for troubleshoot option. Under this section, you will see an option which says other troubleshooter. From this list, in case if you have used the video playback troubleshooter frequently, you would see the list right here. Or else you can look for video playback troubleshooter, click on run. Now once you click on run, you will see a small window, and here what you can do is you can choose the option which says I want to continue with this troubleshooter. Now with this, what it will do is your Windows troubleshooter will try to run some of the diagnostic tools to identify what is causing a problem. Now based on the results, you can follow the steps appropriately. So what it is going to check is it is going to check your video driver version, check for the generic failure. This will give you an idea of what needs to be done to fix a problem. Now this will not fix any problem, it will only check if there is any steps needs to perform. Now sometimes there are chances that all the checks might complete successfully. You may not see this error message. In those instances, you will have to go ahead and try the next step. Now once it is done, you may go ahead and close this window. And as a next step, what I would suggest you to do is I would suggest you to go ahead and try to disable the video processing in your Windows machine. Now to do this, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Once you're on the settings page, you may go ahead and click on apps on the left hand side. Once you click on apps, you will see a video playback option on the right hand side. So click on it. Under this section, make sure the process video automatically to enhance and save network bandwidth by playing video at a lower resolution is turned off. So in case if these options are enabled, make sure they are turned off by using the toggle button. Once it is done, you may go ahead and close this window and then try to play the video where you're having a problem. So in case if you're not facing a problem, well and good, you don't have to try the next step. Now as a next step, what you can try to do is you can try to make changes to the video playback settings. So to do this, you can do a right click on the audio option at the bottom right corner, or the audio icon at the bottom right corner of your Windows screen. In case if your taskbar is on the right, you would see the audio icon. So you do a right click and then click on sound option. Once you're on the sound option, scroll down till you find more sound settings. So click on more sound settings. Under this, choose the player, the output player. So the playback option in my case is speakers and headphones. So it could be a different in your case. So choose the default one where you're having a problem. Double click on it. Under this, go ahead and click on advanced. Under advanced, make sure your audio rate is been set to 16-bit. So in case if it has been set to 24-bit, make sure it has been set to 16-bit, 4400 hertz. That's the frequency you can set. Click on apply and then click on OK, and then try to play the audio where you were having a problem. In case if it works fine, well and good, you don't have to try the next step. As a next step, what I would suggest you to do is I would suggest you to go ahead and update the display driver. Now to update the display driver, you may do a right click on the start button and then click on device manager. In case if you get a user access control prompt, you may click on yes or continue on the screen. Maximize the device manager based on your preferences. So under this section, go ahead and look for display driver. Choose the display driver what you're using here. In my case, I'm using NVIDIA as a graphic card and this is my default display driver. So for better results, I would go ahead and update the driver for both these cards. So I'll do a right click to update the driver, click on update driver. If you get a prompt, use the option which says search automatically for drivers. And in the next window, make sure you choose the option which says search for updated drivers on in Windows. So basically what it will do is it will go ahead and check for the available drivers via Windows update. And in case if there are any Windows updates to be installed, you may go ahead and these updates will also be installed. Click on check for the updates and see if there are any updates available. In case if there are any updates to be installed, go ahead and install those updates. Not necessarily those update needs to be for graphic drivers. In case if there are any pending update drivers, go ahead and update those, update your Windows. Once it is done, restart your computer and then try to play back the video where you're having a trouble. So in case if you're still facing a problem, the next step, at the same time, what I would also suggest you to do is I would suggest you to adjust your graphic settings for your media player app. So you will have to do a right click on the start button again and then click on settings. Once you're on the settings, click on the system. Under system, click on the display option on the right hand side. Look for the option which says graphics. So click on the graphics on the right hand side. Now under the add an app section, choose the desktop app here and choose the media player which you're using to play the video. In case if you're using Netflix and you're having a problem, or what you can do is you may go ahead and click on options here, and under this option make sure you choose high performance. See so let Windows decide, make sure it has been set to high performance, and you may go ahead and click on save. Once you click on save, in case if you're using a different app, if you're using a default media player, you would see that app under this section. And if you're using media player, choose the media player and then click on option and make sure you choose the high performance option and click on save. Once it is done, restart your computer and then try to play the video where you're having a trouble. So in spite of trying all this step, and if you're still facing a problem, the next step, what I would suggest you to do is I would suggest you to enable the software rendering in your under internet option. So what you will have to do is in the search window, you may go ahead and look for internet option, double click on it. Once you have the internet options open, you may go ahead and click on advanced. Under the advanced for accelerated graphics, make sure you select the option which says use software rendering installed of GPU rendering. Make sure this option has been checked. Click on apply and then click on OK. Restart your computer and check if your issue has been resolved. So this should ideally fix the problem. In case if you're still facing a problem, then I would suggest you to try to play a different media file and see if it is an issue with the media file or with with the file itself. So if it is an issue with the file itself, then I would suggest you to replace the file and try to play the video file. I hope this video was useful. In case if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a great day.